Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Monday. I hope you guys had a great weekend. And welcome to another new episode of Baseball Heat Podcast with Mike. This particular um day, we're gonna have the episode here on the podcast, which you only can find on Spotify. However, we're also gonna have the video version on YouTube under the YouTube channel called Miguel Medina, Jack of all trades. I know you guys are accustomed to seeing on the Implement Journal, but I decided to tweak things up today. So you guys not only will be hearing it, but also watching it as well. Um, the video will be premiering at 8 p.m. under the Miguel Medina and Jack of all trades. But this particular episode is about the weekend series between the Atlanta Braves and New York Yankees.
Yep.
And joining me is my guy, the special guest, Jason Guido. Jason, how's it going, man? How was
My
your weekend for the audience to know?
my weekend was great. How was your weekend? It was fine. I worked most of the time, but yeah, it was okay.
Calm, cool, relaxing, collecting. It was just phenomenal, phenomenal.
Yeah.
And we can't complain. Summertime is here. Me
Yeah, good weather.
personally, I'm only speak for me. I prefer the heat than that shivering weather. So, but yeah, I can't complain. Summertime is here, so
You you
um,
you mean
you
you don't mean the Miami heat. You mean the regular heat from the sun, right?
hey, don't let the shirt and the hat fool you. I'm a Miami
Uh
Hurricane fan, both college football and college baseball.
yeah, I know,
But
you told me.
but besides that, I'm more of a New York guy.
I
So
got you. I got
yeah,
I know I'm only busting your chops, you know
yeah. I mean, hey, it's all good. It's all good. But hey, I'm representing the U. I'm representing the
that.
U.
They do.
So Jason,
Yeah,
the Yankees,
the
yeah,
Yankees.
I mean, they're having a great season. But again, when it comes to great teams, they've been fumbling. They lost the series to the Red Sox, to the
Right,
Orioles, and now
right,
to the Atlanta Braves. But
right,
let's talk about the Braves here. They took two out of three. Um, the Yankees offense, besides Saturday,
right.
they've been abysmal. The Braves pitching has shut them down. They're hitting mostly on Friday. They made them pay. So Friday, let's start with Friday.
Okay, so
Um,
that was the opening game. So yeah, the Yankees, the Rondon, I think believe he was the starter, and he got hit pretty hard in only I think 3 and 2/3 innings. I think he
he took
gave
an
up
early shower.
yeah, he 7 runs and he gave up 11 hits and 2 walks in only three and a half innings. So that's not good. You're not going to beat any team like that. You wouldn't beat the worst team in baseball with that kind of those numbers. So the Braves' offense was hot in the opening game. The Yankees got caught off guard. Uh, Judge and Soto, I think they went 0 for 4 each in that game. So they didn't get off to they didn't hit in that game either. They only scored 1 run against Chris Sale. Chris Sale didn't have a great game. He was okay. I think he went 5 or 6 innings, but the bullpen did enough, and they were able to shut the Yankees offense down. Remember, Yankees struggling without Rizzo too. Also, he got injured recently, and he's out for uh, he's on at least a 60-day disabled list. I know that, or injured list as they call it now.
Yeah, he's gonna be out for a couple of weeks. But Rodon, he got rocked 8 runs, 11 hits. Ozzy,
Right.
Austin Riley, Matt Olson, they all went deep in this game. I mean,
Yeah.
it was just, I mean, they set the tone from the beginning.
Again,
And
the
go
Braves are
ahead.
one of the Braves are one of the better teams in baseball, even with Osuna
Great
injured.
offense. Great
Right,
offense.
they have a big offensive team, so I'm not shocked, but they are a top offensive team, the Braves.
Yeah, so they won Friday by the score of 8-1. Now we go to Saturday. Saturday, again, the Braves pick up where they left off in the first inning again, but this time it
Well,
was Marcel Osuna. He hit opposite home run over Marcus Stroman. Me personally, I've never been crazy about Marcus Stroman. I don't know. To me, he always seems like this hit or miss type of guy. So, but Osuna went deep, but it did not stay there. Aaron Judge, he responded the first inning with a two-run
right,
shot opposite field as well. And
Right.
but then the Yankees, they just started.
The
Um,
Yankees sort of
Go
flipped the
ahead.
switch on them in the Saturday game. You know, they had the
Yeah,
bigger offense and they got the better starting pitching. Stroman was good in the game. He pitched, I think, 6 or 7 innings. I think 6 and 2/3 innings, and he only gave up, I think, 3 runs. He gave up, I believe. So he gave them a quality performance. So I like Stroman. I think he's, like you said, he's hit or miss. He usually has a pretty good ERA. Sometimes he gives up a lot of runs and a lot of hits, but he's also sometimes very good where you can't get any hits or on base against him. I've seen that when he pitched with the Mets. He was very good. So yeah, he's sort of a hit and miss pitcher. But like I said, the Yankees sort of flipped the switch in the script in game 2 of the series, and they won, I believe, 8-3. So the thing was, I think Stanton got injured in that game. He injured his left hamstring. So again, another big bat out of the Yankee lineup for the foreseeable future.
and that's what I was gonna get into next.
Mm-hmm.
Giancarlo Stanton, he injured his left hamstring while he was running third base. I like Stan, but his body's made out of glass. This guy can't stay
Right,
healthy.
right.
He just can't, and this has been going on since his time with the Marlins. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just one. It's unfortunate because there's players that have played this game that I like, that they're talented, but you always wonder what their careers would have been like had they stayed on the field, more often. So it reminds me of Tulowitzki.
Yeah, of
Loved
course.
him, tremendous player. And then it was just sad to see him, retire because he just couldn't stay healthy. So, but Giancarlo Stanton, he's 34. Later this year, he's gonna be 35. So it doesn't get easier, especially for a guy of his body because his body's made out of a football player, So this guy, so the more as the years goes by, it's gonna get more difficult for him. So
Absolutely.
it's just very unfortunate that he got injured, and again, this was while he was running around the
Right,
bases that this
right on
happened.
the base.
So
So
he's
I have
he's gonna miss some time. He's gonna miss some time because this is the
yeah,
hamstring we're talking about.
right. So they're saying he's on the regular 15-day injured list, but he's probably going to be more than that if it's still hurt the hand, depending on the grade of the injury. He's a very frustrating player for the Yankee fans because when he's on his game, he's like the top. He could be like a top home run hitter, a top power guy. So he frustrates the Yankee fans, with the striking out, and then he's always injured. So he has a big contract. So when he's on his game, like you said, he's a top hitter, top player, or top power guy. So he's very frustrating for the Yankees. But I would think they're going to need him as they move forward in the season down. He'll be back, and hopefully he can get himself healthy for the rest of the year and contribute down the stretch of the season.
And I've always been on the record saying this, that in order for the Yankees to thrive, to go all the way, they need two things: consistency and durability. Consistency
Mm-hmm.
because yes, you could be great in the regular season, but when it comes to October, you have to get hits when it matters most. You have to come through, and
Of course.
durability, you got to stay healthy. You have to. But again, baseball gods have some way somehow of getting in the way of doing some. So you can only hope that. I mean, it's safe to say that yes, we're entering July. It's safe to say that they're going to go to the
Right.
playoffs because if they don't win the
No,
division, I mean, Baltimore and the Yankees are locked. I could say that they're
I
locked.
agree. Yeah, no, it
So,
would be a big
but
shock.
exactly, and the way the expansion of the playoffs is nowadays, so those
Right.
two teams are locked. But it does intrigue me that I am seeing a new competition between the Orioles and Yankees, bringing back that 1970s, kind of
Right.
flashback memories. As much as we like those Red Sox Yankees, but it's just not the same. Right now, the Orioles and Yankees are, the Titans clashing for that division. So,
Oh,
but the Orioles, I mean,
They
That
did a
team,
lot of
if they play their cards right, if that front office and everyone else play their cards right, this team, and I'm not joking, this team could be future title contenders if they
yeah,
play their
no,
cards right.
absolutely. I think they're title contenders now. Actually, if
Yeah,
you
I
want to
agree. I
go
agree.
with it. I mean, again, they had a lot of losing seasons recently to get those, and they drafted well, and those players are turning out to be top guys for them. So that's the way you're supposed to do it, or the best way to do it, because then you have those minor league players, you have those young players underneath your control. You can be good for a long time, a contender for the playoffs and, of course, the World Series.
And to finish off Sunday, the Braves they won 3-1. Max Fryman absolutely picked the Yankees apart.
Yeah.
Fastball, curveball, he threw everything at them. He threw everything at them. He changed it up. I liked his mechanics in this game. Well composed, well poised, and he earned this victory. So the Yankees just didn't have an answer for him.
Right. So the Yankees, okay, so the other problem the Yankees are having, of course, once, they have Judge and Soto who are pretty consistent and Volpe at the top of the lineup. But the other players after them are what's hurting the Yankees as of recently, even against those other series, like you mentioned, against the Orioles and the Red Sox, who they played in the previous two series. So LeMahieu, Torres, Trevino, the catcher. They had to bring up Ben Rice, which we're going to talk about next because they made a trade to Yankees after this game. So they're not. Verdugo is hot cold. He doesn't have a high on base percentage, so they're not getting enough plays. They're getting not getting enough plays on base, and they're not driving them in, which of course is the name of the game. So you can't rely on Judge and Soto and Volpe to do everything. They got to have help at the bottom of the lineup, towards the end of the lineup. You got to get them some runs. You got to get some runs and hits for them to relieve the pressure. Because you can always pitch around Judge and Soto in the right spots. If there's two outs, you could pitch around them. If Soto gets on with a walk, you could pitch around Judge, and then everyone else has to pick up the slack behind you. The 5 and 6 hitters, 4, 5, and 6. So moving forward, um, after the game, the Yankees traded for J.D. Davis, former Met, uh, righty batter who can play first base and third base. So that'll help them a little bit. He might be revived. He was on the A's, Oakland A's. He can hit a little bit. He has some power. So maybe they're trying to, they're going to try to probably play him at third or first. That's what I'm guessing against the Mets, which is the next series. So that's what I believe is going to happen.
Let's just see what's gonna happen as he handles the New York media because not everyone can play with the Yankees. They get better and they become better once they leave New York. But let's see how he will play, how he will do with all those fans, that media pressure, everything. Let's see what happens. I think it's a solid pickup, but we'll see. We'll see.
See, here's my guess real quick, though. This could be a short-term solution because, again, the Yankees are going to make moves at the trading deadline. So there's plays that they're going to try to bring into fix maybe third base, first base, depending on Rizzo's situation, and catcher, and probably relief pitching, too. So the Yankees aren't done yet. This roster that we see today is going to be different July 31st when the trading deadline comes, I believe. So that's part of the, J.D. Davis might be a short-term player depending on how he does from now to the trade deadline. And then the Yankees will take it from there. I know Cashman's going to bring people in. He does.
Yes, he will. Jason, thank you so much
No
for
problem.
joining this podcast. As for the
You
rest
know,
of you, hope you guys enjoyed listening and obviously gonna be watching this episode as well. Please leave a review, hit that thumbs up, that subscribe button. Let me know what you guys want for future episodes. Let me know what you guys have to say so we could improve. But this was great. This was great. So Jason, once again, thank you.
yeah, no problem.
And
Anytime.
yeah, let's keep it rolling.
All right.